Have you ever stopped to think about breathing? It's something we do without even thinking, but it's essential for life. Every time we breathe, we take in the oxygen our bodies need and release carbon dioxide, which is a waste product. This process is called respiration, and it's all thanks to our amazing respiratory system. The respiratory system is like a network of tubes and sacs that transport air to and from our lungs. It's a fascinating journey that starts with our nose and ends deep inside our chests. Join me as we explore the journey of air from our nostrils to the alveoli, discovering the wonders of our respiratory system along the way. Get ready to be amazed by the intricate workings of this vital system that keeps us alive and breathing. Our journey begins at the entrance to the respiratory system, the nose. The nostrils, those two openings in our nose, are specially designed to draw air into our bodies. But the nose is more than just an entrance. It's also a processing plant for the air we breathe. Inside the nasal cavity, tiny hairs called cilia act like filters, trapping dust and other particles. The nasal cavity also warms and moistens the air, making it more comfortable for our lungs. By the time the air reaches the back of our throat, it's ready for the next stage of its journey. From the nasal cavity, air travels down a passage called the pharynx, which is shared with the digestive system. A flap of tissue called the epiglottis makes sure that food goes down the esophagus and air goes down the trachea or windpipe. The trachea is a strong, flexible tube that runs down the front of our neck. It's supported by rings of cartilage, which keep it open even when we bend or twist our necks. As air travels down the trachea, it continues to be warmed and moistened. The trachea branches into two smaller tubes called bronchi, one for each lung, marking the next stage of our journey. Imagine a tree with its trunk splitting into branches and those branches splitting into even smaller branches. That's what the bronchi are like. They divide into smaller and smaller tubes called bronchioles, creating a network that reaches every part of the lungs. As the bronchioles get smaller, their walls become thinner and more delicate. This is important because it allows for efficient gas exchange, which we'll learn about soon. Section 5. Tiny bubbles of life, the alveoli. At the end of each bronchiole, like tiny grapes on a vine, are clusters of tiny air sacs called alveoli. These alveoli are the stars of the respiratory system, where the magic of gas exchange happens. The walls of the alveoli are incredibly thin, just one cell thick. This allows oxygen from the air we breathe to pass into the surrounding capillaries, which are tiny blood vessels. Section 6. The ups and downs of breathing. Breathing, also known as ventilation, is the process of moving air in and out of our lungs. It's a rhythmic process that happens automatically, thanks to our brain sending signals to the muscles involved. The main muscle responsible for breathing is the diaphragm, a dome-shaped muscle located below our lungs. When we inhale, the diaphragm contracts and flattens, creating more space in our chest cavity. This expansion of the chest cavity creates a slight vacuum, drawing air into our lungs. When we exhale, the diaphragm relaxes and the air is pushed out. Section 7. The great exchange, oxygen in, carbon dioxide out. Now let's revisit those amazing alveoli. Remember how their thin walls allow oxygen to pass into the capillaries? Well, at the same time, carbon dioxide, a waste product of our body's processes, passes from the capillaries into the alveoli. This exchange of gases is essential for life. Oxygen is carried by red blood cells to all parts of our body where it's used to produce energy. Carbon dioxide is transported back to the lungs to be exhaled. Section 8. More than just breathing, smell, speech, and clean air. The respiratory system is about more than just breathing. It also plays a role in our sense of smell. High up in our nasal cavity, special cells detect odors in the air we breathe, sending signals to our brain. The respiratory system is also essential for speech. The larynx, or voice box, is located in our throat, and it contains our vocal cords. When air passes over our vocal cords, they vibrate, producing sound. And let's not forget about the air filtering function of the respiratory system. From our nostrils to our bronchi, the system is lined with cilia and mucus that trap dust, germs, and other particles, protecting our lungs. Section 9. Our amazing respiratory system. From our nose to our alveoli, the human respiratory system is a marvel of design and function. It's a complex network of organs and tissues that work together seamlessly to keep us alive and breathing. So the next time you take a breath, take a moment to appreciate the incredible journey of air and the vital role of your respiratory system. It's a system that deserves our respect and care.